Well, here we are on video 71. It's the winter of 1715 going over to 1716. Within 5 minutes of me putting the last video on, 4 people had watched it already. So I'm sorry about the couple of days that I've had off. I've needed some time to play the game. We're going for the basic steam pump. And doing the usual thing of stealing various bits of research. Just looking at the ministers that we've got, see if we can kick anybody, see if we can improve anything. If you remember from the previous video, we decided to take somebody's advice. Can't remember exactly which one it was who left a comment to go for France. So we decided, okay, this is going to be the way to go. Gives you an idea that I'm doing it real time as well, doesn't it, really, I suppose? Okay, just looking around, sorting everything out, finding out where everything is, seeing how vulnerable everything is, working out how we can spread our troops out in order to take France as well. Not easy. We've got troops all over the place wrecking the French economy as well, just checking on those. Seeing where the dragoons are, seeing what resources we've got available. Before we move anywhere though, of course, we've got to get these French out of our own territory. So, here we go. Short battle, I hope. He's got a limited number of troops here and they've already taken hits. I've had a go at them before. You never know, this could well be the last French open battle. Here we go, onto the battlefield. I've arranged all the troops already. He's got artillery, 2 lots of artillery. It's not brilliant, but he's got 2 lots of artillery and they can fire canister shot, and that's not very nice. So what I've done is I've split my forces into 2. Roughly, exactly, infantry, well, a couple of infantry units on one side and 3 on the other, joined with cavalry or dragoons on the other side. I'm not expecting to use my dragoons on foot on this occasion for fire, because I need to get in there close really, and his infantry, his regular infantry there, can match me on fire anyway, so it would be nice if he just came out and attacked me with that infantry, wouldn't it? But we'll see how we go. So we divided it into 2. This is now we start, of course. This isn't the general setup to the game. I ended up with something like 2 lines of infantry in the middle of the field, which would have been racked by his artillery straight the way through, knocking everybody over. First 3 in the 1st regiment, and then the next 3 in the next regiment. The ball would have gone rolling through, believe you me. But anyhow, we've separated out, we're going left and right. I've put the game on pause in order to do this. It's always a bit more complicated when you've got 2, it's almost like 2 battles going on really, one on one side and one on the other. So we're flanking him. What I've done is I've grouped both, so they stay in the same in the same formation that I want them to stay in, with the cavalry off to the flanks of the infantry. The idea is that we'll sandwich him, we'll attack him from both sides at once, and then as soon as anything routs, we'll chase it off with the cavalry that will be on the far side. That's on his rear side, on our flanks of each of our flank attacks. Yeah. It takes a bit of time to get into position. Just having a look at his troops now, finding out what they're going to do. Sometimes if you go off to the flanks, he can fire through his own troops, which is quite fun. So if my troops appear to the right of him here now, those guns will all turn towards that attack, and then this gun on the left here will fire straight through those other guns. It looks like his infantry's coming straight out to get me for some reason. He's obviously seen my troops that are going to do the flanking movement to be in a tricky position. But no, they're not. They just seem at this stage to be advancing fairly well. Well, they were going off to the left, of course, so I suppose they would have presented a flank. I'm going to pull those back now quickly, run them round, and put them into a line formation. I want that cavalry out of the way, really. Artillery tends to fire at the most valuable target, so it's likely to go for that one, but with the infantry closer, maybe they'll go for those instead. Being cynical, the infantry coming forward like this means that they're going to rout. When they rout, they're going to rout towards their own troops, and you tend to find they sort of routers tend to dance around their own army. I mean, you could justify this in that if you're going to run away, you're going to run to cover or run to safety or run to near your own men rather than directly from the field. So it makes sense to me, but it does mean that your troops are then at risk. You know. sometimes what you find as well in the game is that the flag isn't always where the troops are. Some of his troops will be there and the rest will be elsewhere, so you'll think, oh great, they're well away from his artillery, well away from his cavalry, let's charge in our dragoons, fine. And then what you find is that, that once they've attacked those few, there'll be another half dozen of them running around the guns right at the back there that you can't see. So your dragoons will go piling in after those and then put themselves at risk. Partly for that reason that I need to be pretty quick about this game, really. I need to get in close, finish them all off quickly. I've got 2 lots of cavalry. I need to finish off those infantry that are trying to escape. I need to get rid of his cavalry that he's got there on the field. I need to close in on his artillery so I can wipe them out. The main thing about this is that nothing escapes. Anything that escapes will wreck buildings. It'll just go, you know, one cannon on its own will go and wreck a building, then go and wreck another building, and it's costing you lots and lots of money in order to repair those buildings. So even if we do lose some casualties... Ah, you see those dragoons there now, running straight in? Huh. Now that may well be because I charged them, I don't remember now. I think I might have charged them in, yes I did, with the intention of going back for the infantry afterwards. So using this cavalry to close in closely on the artillery. Oh dear, there goes some grape shot. Come on, we want those guns. Don't know why I didn't do that. It's usually a good idea to attack the far guns rather than near guns, then you go straight through, you see. So you disorientate one, or disorganise, or whatever, or defeat one as you're going through for the second. Now there's that infantry. I need to now get round and take those out as well. It's very, very important that I take those. Does elongate the game a bit, I'm sorry about that, but it's absolutely imperative that nothing gets off this battlefield. So I closed in the dragoons. I'd forgotten I targeted them directly on there. I thought they'd just come running in willy-nilly, but get my cavalry now quickly after those infantry so nothing escapes. And certainly that artillery looks like it's gone already. So everything's mopped up there. We have plenty of infantry there following in from behind the cavalry. And it's looking good. If you look at the circular map down at the bottom, it looks like we should be able to get them before they get off the field. So a bit of a risky strategy there. I wanted to close in on the guns before they had an opportunity to grape my infantry. Just approaching the line there. You can just see them round those trees. Oh, trees are getting in the way there. Where are you? I know you're there somewhere. I'll find you out anyway. If the Dutch are anything like the British, they'll be used to fox hunting. Okay, there you go. Oh, close victory. I don't quite know why that's a close victory, but anyway, everything's wiped out, that's the main thing. Wasn't too worried about the casualties, more interested in mopping everybody up. Get those troops back in again now, and that's the end of the turn. Like I said, we're going from the winter of 1715 to the summer of 1716. Only got a minute or so of this video left. Just show you the principal moves. Let's go through Britain, and through France, and through Spain. I've speeded these up a little bit actually, so if you hear any squeaky voices, that's why. I just wanted to be able to get the end of turn all on this one video, that's the main thing. Okay, he's attacked me, which is exactly what I wanted. It's drawn him away from his capital, so he's got nobody in the capital there at all at the moment. If you remember, my plan now is to attack the capital and take it from him. So I needed to draw those troops away. Spanish move. And for crop rotation, they'll give me 930 and peace with the Prussians.